Hello, Owl Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends. The film is the 1974 American rock musical horror comedy, whatever you want to call it, Phantom of the Paradise, directed by Brian De Palma and starring Paul Williams, who many may know as Little Enos from the Smokey and the Bandit movies, but that is the movie. The friends are, of course, ladies first, the lovely Netter from Netter's Network. How are you doing, lovely lady?
Doing great. How about yourself, Al?
I am doing quite well, quite well. What are you drinking tonight?
A&W Zero Sugar Root Beer.
Ooh, actually sounds good. I have my Virgin Limoncello, since I did forget to do that. Troy's smooth, feathery other half, the head of Death Records himself tonight, Swan. Troy Pacelli, Cartan the Klingon Cleric. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. We're here for Phantom of the Paradise. We're watching on films with friends. Phantom of the Paradise. And we'll chat from start to end. I swear I've never seen this movie. That's no lie.
Never seen it.
Paradise. No, I have not.
You've never seen it, and neither has Netter, so that'll be interesting. And of course, never, ever, ever a bad thing to have him here. Agent Boomer is joining us tonight, looking hot and glam as beef. Agent Boomer, how you doing, sir? What are you drinking?
Doing well. I have myself an Angry Orchard crisp apple.
Very good, very good. You have seen this movie.
I have. It's interesting. This movie I sought out because I was actually looking for more movies with the lead actress, Jessica Harper, because she was in Suspiria, which is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, the Dario Argento classic. And a couple years earlier, she did this.
Watch that. I need to watch Suspiria.
It's an excellent, terrifying, one of the greatest horror movies of all time. She's in it. I think Dario Argento must have seen her in this. That's why he cast her in it, because he must have been impressed with her. Because this came out a couple years earlier than Suspiria did. But I love the cast. Yeah.
I remember her from My Favorite Year with Peter O'Toole. She played, I think she was the love interest of the
interesting.
Of the guy. But yeah, she never really was a big breakout star, but she's been around and does pretty well actually, and I always thought she was talented what I saw her in.
And Boomer's really pulling an all weekend jag here on YouTube, aren't you?
That's why I haven't had a chance to watch Dune yet. But
yeah, right.
That's not the only reason. We had company in town, so I was entertaining tonight.
Well,
earlier,
you are too, Troy, by the sound of it. Going into tomorrow as well with the Geeky Geezers.
Yup.
And Matthew Flynn too, right?
I'm on Matthew. Yeah. I'm on with Matthew Flynn tomorrow. I believe. I swear it gets confusing when there's all these different channels I'm on.
Yes, we're on Matthew Flynn Sunday.
Yep.
Let me welcome those who have gotten into the chat. Madanui was first, saying something about if the message is still there when this starts. I've never watched or read Berserk. I just thought it looked vaguely familiar. I have no idea what Berserk is all about, so let's just go with that. Sir Torrin Clegane, hello, sir. And I think that is it so far. Yeah. Like I said, a very unknown film.
It
for
is.
Those who are outside of just those cult classic kind of films. A lot of people aren't familiar with it. A lot of people have not seen it, as is shown by the Pacellis. And I'm actually surprised that
I know.
Have seen it. Because
especially
one of those weird cult classic kind of films.
It is in a number of ways. This film very much should be right in my wheelhouse. Right? It's a cult classic. It's Phantom of the Opera themed. Right? I'm big on the Phantom of the Opera. It's that 70s very much of its time kind of thing, which,
Right.
you know, not only did I live through the 70s, but now I'm starting to get very retro about the 70s.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
But,
70s was so good.
You
Oh,
know
God.
what though? You gotta see everything the first time. This will be my first time, and then
Yeah,
I'll have
yeah,
seen
the
it.
first time for anything. And there's a lot of
Okay.
things I haven't. Like last week, Baby Boom, I had never seen it.
Right,
So
right.
that's a good thing. Like you invite your friends over, you know, have a pizza, something to drink, watch a movie, chat through the whole thing. That's what this show's all about. Except I don't have any pizza. I do have my
Pizza'd be
pretzels.
nice.
It's
I do
okay,
have my
we don't have any
pretzels, though.
pizza either.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
pizza
I do
here.
have I have my pretzels, which I usually have, and they're on sale next week for like over half off. So I'm buying
good?
2 bags. Yeah, that's good. They're the store brand. I just buy the store brand little mini pretzels from Food Lion.
Are they like the tiny twist kind?
Yeah, they're like the little tiny regular looking pretzel things. And,
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're 88 cents next week, and that's
Cool.
awesome. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna buy 2 bags while they're cheap. We have been joined by Team Ghost Planet 3.0. That, of course, is Melissa and Jake. How you guys doing tonight? And Cedric Moss has joined us as well. How are you doing? I am so glad you guys could be here tonight. Yeah, just a little bit about my history with this movie. I came to this thing late, like a lot of people.
Me too.
I think around the college time, you know, for me, which was the mid late 80s. Well, the mid 80s, basically. 80. I graduated I'm class of 83 from a high school, and did 4.5 years in college, so through 87, but technically class of 88 because that's just how that works. But it was one of those films that you know college kids just kind of gravitate to because it's weird. And Rocky Horror is kind of in the same vein. Rocky Horror gets all the press,
Yeah.
whereas this one's a little, like I said, it's just a little different. But it's very much a cousin or a half brother or step brother kind of to Phantom of the Paradise. So, but I remember seeing it then, and I just thought it was like really bizarre. And I've seen it several times. I have not seen it in a long time, so a lot of my it's gonna be neat watching it again with you guys. But Boomer, you said you've seen it. What's your kind of history with it?
I don't have a ton of history. This was on. I bought it years ago. There was a Shout Factory release of this, and
Right. Yeah.
eventually, I love my horror movies, but I need more. So I said, "Well, this looks interesting,"
Yeah,
and I picked it up. Not quite what I was expecting, but I really enjoyed it. It's different. I do agree with you. In fact, Edgar Wright, that Trailers from Hell series they have on YouTube where the different famous directors talk about
Yeah.
their favorite movies and they talk over the trailer. He did this one as one of his. And he says that, blah, Rocky Horror, whatever, Phantom of the Paradise is where it's at. And he was even explaining, like, there's a scene where the Phantom of the Paradise is running and his cape is flowing in the background. He said he tried
Yeah.
duplicating that very shot with the cape flowing for Hot Fuzz, and he couldn't get it right. He doesn't know how they did it in this movie, Brian De Palma. But
There are some great
Yeah.
great shots in this film. There's some
Yeah.
good stuff. Someone who I saw that kind of lost it. Matt Inouye mentioned that in Berserk there's a mask that's very similar, and I think that's one of the things I really like about this film is I dig this mask that that Phantom ends
yeah.
up wearing, and it's very reminiscent. We were talking about this before we went live. Very reminiscent of the Claude Rains Phantom of the Opera, the Universal from the 40s, not the
Right.
original Lon Chaney. But his mask kind of had an owlish kind of bird look, and that's kind of seems like it might be a little bit of an inspiration for this. I really don't know for sure, but it definitely stands out. And all these years later, every now and then I think, man, I'd love to have a version of that helmet somehow, just to wear for my own weird gratification.
It'd be a cool action figure. I don't know if they've made action figures for
I
this.
believe-
This would be. Yeah.
I've seen action figures for it.
Right.
I don't know if they were customs or if they were mass produced or not.
I don't know.
But I'm sure they're out there somewhere because it's just too cool of an image not to have done an action figure for. I mean, I could see them having a Beef as an action figure. which I think would be awesome. Um, but before I go any further, I just want to let everybody know I'm starting at 0000,
Me too.
just before the 20th Century Fox fanfare. And when at the beginning there is a narration, and it's a very familiar voice. I'm not going to say who, but sci-fi fans should recognize it straight up, which is, I think, a very, very cool little voice cameo in it. But just an oddball film that I had been kind of had on the back burner to do for this, and I know Melissa Harris has brought it up a couple times with Troll, and October is the perfect time to do them. So I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do them.
I would stick this kind of in the horror category, even though it's not exactly a horror movie. It's just kind of.
It really, it's comedy. It's got comedy. It's got horror. And it's a dark comedy.
It's good for the Halloween season, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's a little. It's got horror in it.
So it's like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Kind of, yeah.
That's probably.
If there's a genre that Rocky Horror belongs to, this belongs to the same genre.
Are there transvestites in this one too?
I would not be surprised that somewhere there's.
I don't know if there's, beef is a little odd. I don't know exactly what beef is.
Yeah.
In fairness, it was the 70s, and male styles looked very feminine. So
it is a product of its time. It's very stylized, the art direction is very interesting. It's part Family Opera, like I said, part Faust with Selling Your Soul to the Devil. It's got a little bit of the picture of Dorian Gray.
Yep.
It's got, we were mentioned before, there's actually an inspiration to Psycho in it a little bit. But there's a lot of little homages throughout the whole film. But it is basically Family Opera meets Faust meets Picture of Dorian Gray. Those are the three main kind of inspirations for this film. So, what time we got here? I got a couple minutes. We always try to start about the 15 mark.
Team Ghost Planet brought up the fact that Paul Williams did the voice of the Penguin. In fact, on the DVD, he mentions when he's talking about this movie, saying that a lot of the younger people recognize his voice as the voice of the Penguin from Batman the Animated Series. Yeah,
Paul
so it's kind of neat seeing him play a villain again in this. Yeah,
Paul Williams doesn't get the amount of credit in the entertainment biz that I think he deserves, because he's originally he was a singer songwriter. That's kind of where he got started, but then he ended up in films, and I think he wrote, I just went to his page. I said Bugsy Malone, he did some music, but he wrote Rainbow Connection from the Muppet movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and he wrote the lyrics to Evergreen and the theme for The Love Boat. I mean, you've heard this man's work, and of course you've seen him if you've seen Smokey and the Bandit. So
I'll tell you what. I mean, if you saw any movie or TV show in the 70s, you probably saw him at a number of times.
Yeah, he's definitely does not get the dap he deserves, the credit he deserves for just being
the thing
so
was
cool
he
in the
wrote
industry.
a lot of great songs that people loved. He just wasn't necessarily the one that performed them, and I think we tend to associate the performer with the song, not the songwriter.
Oh, definitely.
Which is why then when someone passes away and you start to hear all the songs that they wrote, you're like, oh, they wrote that song and that song and that song.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, mentioning people who passed away, Peter Scolari.
Yeah.
What a loss. I like that guy because he was he's in the show Evil. He was a bishop who was kind of a semi-regular on that show. So, plus of course Bosom Buddies and Newhart, and just fun. Him and Tom Hanks were very close, it seems. But bad loss. Cancer sucks, man.
Yep.
F cancer, as Stephen Amell used to say. Well, yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure he still says
I
it.
can't-
just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
man.
passed away. But it's been a rough week in the entertainment biz.
Sure
It's-
has.
especially for on a thing that everybody, you know,
Well,
that's going to be
You
that's
don't
going
have
be
to
a whole-
derail your stream with that tonight
Yeah.
because Boomer and
But,
I will take the
You're
bull.
definitely going to cover.
I
it.
almost used a very bad colloquialism there too.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, no, we have not heard nearly the end of this.
No,
Not that
no, no,
film.
no.
That's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly pretty quick, I think. But yes. Anyway, Phantom of the Paradise, starting at all zeros. I think let's go ahead, get this bad boy rolling. Like I said, Brian De Palma, you would never think would do a film like this, but he did. And if everybody's ready, I think it's just time to have a fun, wacky time with this cult classic. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So you did say this was a cult classic. Usually when we say that, it's a film that wasn't a commercial success.
Nope.
Exactly. Yeah, it bombed everywhere except Winnipeg. Okay,
Really?
here's the recognize that voice.
Wow.
Rod Serling, bro.
Mhm.
Man. Gives you a little bit of background on him.
So obviously we're learning Swan is a huge record producer, right?
Yes, he is. He is a monster of a record producer.
The juicy fruits.
I love the juicy fruits.
See, it's almost like saying, like, was he behind the Beatles or something like that, or at least he paved the way and all this other stuff.
Yeah, but they tried to get Shauna Na to be the juicy fruits.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. They also tried to get someone like the Who or the Rolling Stones, but they could not afford it. Ah, the juicy fruits.
I keep hearing the name Eddie, and I'm wondering, that's not from Eddie and the Cruisers, right? That's not a reference to that, right? I don't know. It could just be a different Eddie. I don't know.
Hey guys, have we ever done a rewatch of Eddie and the Cruisers?
No. And I've got them. I've got them ready to go whenever we do it.
Love those titles.
Yeah. I have a font very much like that I almost used for like all my Big Al Presents stuff. I was looking for kind of...
So he brought up the nostalgia wave, right?
Yeah.
That's for the nostalgia. Was that a big thing in the 70s, Troy? The 1950s music sort of making a retro
As a matter of
comeback?
fact, I have to say that it was, in my opinion.
Well, remember the show Happy Days?
Yeah.
Was huge, and that's kind of where it grew out of.
Sha-na-na.
Sha-na-na, exactly.
Laverne and Shirley, I mean, all those.
American Graffiti kind of kicked it all off.
Right.
Yep.
It was really Swan, Troy.
Yeah.
All Swan.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember my grade school, they used to have sock ops every year that I used to go to.
Cool.
So I still think it's funny that guy was in Baby Boom as the maitre d'.
Oh, that's funny.
His jacket looks too big on him, though.
The juicy fruits. There's Winslow.
Yeah. Okay. Winslow Leach is the... Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, Winslow Leach. Played by
Who
William
is Winslow
Finley.
Leach supposed to be based on? Who do you think?
Well, I know the name was a derivative of. Oh God, I read it. It's somebody that De Palma knew,
Okay.
whose name was like Winfred or something, but the last name was Leach. So Leach was actually someone that they
Okay.
knew. But yeah, the film did not do well when it came out, but for some reason, Winnipeg, Canada, it was a monster hit. It played for months on end. And it's just weird that one little city is just glommed onto this film.
You know, he could have used a fake knife, one of those ones where you plunge it into yourself and it retracts.
I know.
Well, you know,
What the heck is this guy doing?
Big weird.
Now trying to shove a microphone into his arm?
maybe like he's slitting his artery. I don't know.
Don't try to make sense of it.
Don't
seriously.
think too much. Some films you just let it happen, and that's kind of like what this is. It takes you on the ride.
I should have saved some of that booze from last night for this, because this, wow.
I got booze on me right now. Okay, look at this. Look, who do we have here? I said Paul Williams should have been more. I guess he's in enough stuff, but he's a classic. He was on an episode of Fantasy Island once, actually.
This guy is actually named after Mary Philbin, who played in the original The Phantom of the Opera, played Christine.
I fed her drugs to get her through. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I did this, I did this. I gave her drugs. It's like, okay, right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
drugs are all over the place in this. Oh, you're
yeah,
feeling down. You take this.
Yeah.
But I guess that's how it was back then, right? I mean, well, that's how it is now, probably too. But
Yeah. Remember, this is 74. The language is going to be a little weird.
it looks great for. I mean, I think of '70s movies. I think of grain and
Yeah.
you know.
Did they
this
do
is
it? Was this restored? Was this a 4K restoration?
It might have been. I know that Shout Factory did a good job with the restoration, but it looks great. The colors really pop in this.
It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful.
So
It's a
Troy
beautiful
Kanye says
movie.
Leach was Cary Grant's real surname.
Huh.
Yep. I want to say Arthur, but I don't think that's right.
Look, Annette is finished washed up. That's today, filming today. Tomorrow she'll be forgotten. You know, it's like, that's how well he knows the business. He knows when a star is going to fade. Okay, it's like, oh man, this is kind of a sad song, don't you think? Al,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh, do you think he's Elton John?
That's what I don't want to
Yeah,
say Al because it seems too obvious, right? But yeah, that's what
It's but there's also a little bit of because it's a major work he does. It's a cantata, it's like almost like an opera kind of thing.
Well,
But
it's the glasses, the way he's moving. It's like those are Elton John moves. He doesn't look like him. I mean, aside from the glasses.
where was Elton John? Where was Elton John in 74? Was he the big huge star he was?
I think Yellow Brick Road album came out. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I don't know what the timeline is with Elton.
Yeah, the Yellow Brick Road album came out in '73. So yeah, he was.
So anyway, yeah, and it was around the same time that they were. I think this film kind of started its inception in '72ish. It took a while for it to finally come out too.
swore I'd sell my
Leach.
soul.
Thank you, Sir Torgay Archibald. I knew it was like Archie or something like that.
Love that you want that creep to open the paradise.
Excuse me, sorry.
Winslow is kind of a sad, dorky guy, at least right now. But he's a great musician. That's the funny thing, right? I
Right.
don't know.
That's exactly the point. Swan knows his stuff is good, but Winslow ain't going to sell albums.
I don't know if he could get a makeover. I don't know. It's like, is that a turtleneck inside a? It's just no.
Inside a sweater, yeah. It was very, very, very common back then.
But his soul is in the music. He's singing it. He's
feeling it, man. But he does have that creepy factor though that I think plays very well. What is going on?
I don't know. I'll be right back.
Everybody all right? Troy? Is Troy all right? Boomer?
I'm here. Maybe something
Is
fell
Troy
over.
okay?
Something might have fallen over. Maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
I just hope Troy's all right.
Yeah, so do I. Look, I scout talent for Swan. If he's interested, Swan. Yeah, that's right. Now, of course,
Look at those glasses. Look how thick those glasses are. God,
they're not flattering at all. And here we go. It's like here we go. Here. We'll make you a big star. It needs a lot of polish, of course, but I'll give it to Swan to look over. Well, I have it all written down here. It's like my only copy. It's like yeah, we'll call you in a month, okay? It's like no. Oh, we just want the songs. It's not the song. It's more. It's much more. So this guy's obviously brilliant. He's like an Amadeus or something, right?
Yeah, and his stuff. I really think what they're getting to is if you really look at like what Meatloaf and Steinman did, that it's not just a collection of songs. It's almost like this. It's like a concept. It's like all the songs. Like it seemed like in the mid '70s, a lot of stars were trying to do that, through the '80s. Like Styx did it with what was that album they did? I think it's something with the Paradise, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Something about Paradise Theater, or
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of the whole Kilroy thing that Styx did.
He did not like the idea of the Juicy Fruit singing that music. He got a little violent there. That's a little foreshadowing, right?
Yeah. I would not want. I like he's got a little button that says "smile."
Was that the point that everything about like this side of his kind of the phony side of the
Faust? You see, the name of his cantata is Faust.
Faust, yeah.
Death Records, which was originally Swan Records, but because of Led Zeppelin, they had to change it. They were going to get sued, and they were going to fight it, but they just didn't have the time. They wanted to get the film out, so they just changed it all.
Okay.
I like that evil violin kind of.
So, yeah, we have the secretary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
I like it.
right.
But I mean, just look at the colors. Look at the names. David Geffen,
of course.
Peter Fonda.
Yeah, Peter Fonda. Never to be seen is under his name, and she smiles. Press the button. You're out of here.
Well, just like that quick action.
There's a lot of that in this, yeah. At least before he becomes the fan, we get a lot of that quick action stuff. Oh man! So of course, there must be some mistake, right? Like he's not getting what's going on yet, right?
Yeah,
he's naive in that way, right?
Swan is ripping him off.
He's the devil's decoy. Let's be honest here, okay? He's
literally. Oh my.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's
yeah, you find out Swan's got quite a backstory that we find out about.
Interesting, yeah. And they don't spend it. You find out toward the end. They don't spend a ton of time on it, but it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have
the original concept for the movie had no supernatural element to it. Thank God they did, because I think it fits perfectly with the feeling of the film.
I'd be curious to see how that would have played out. I still think this is great what they did, but I would have been curious if they had not
Okay, I'm
gone
back.
with the supernatural.
Troy will be with us shortly.
Is everything all right? Is Troy all right? Nanette?
Oh, she's gone again.
Oh, okay.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, but here we go. We got the
A lot of black and white too. I like that.
the sets are wonderful in this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what this cost to make. I mean, they're probably spending a ton of money in the early 70s, but I mean, it's not chicken feed either.
Hot 70s babes.
We got a lot of lovely looking women in this movie. Yes.
Oh, Superman shirt.
Of course. Hey, hello. I like Superman too. Yeah, actually.
The lovely Phoenix.
And here we go. And Phoenix has kind of that. What is it? We want to say girl next door quality? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Girl next door.
Pretty, very pretty. Love her eyes.
Pretty, very innocent looking.
Like someone you could just talk to, right? Okay.
Yep.
Sing it again.
Someone is taking.
Lose those glasses, please. And he knows this by heart, of course, because he wrote it. Okay, right? So he knows.
Oh, she did an episode of Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, sure.
Prudence and the Tear Collector. I gotta go back and watch more of them. Them and Monsters.
I remember Monsters. That's a good show.
Yeah, man, that was Saturday night. 11, 12 o'clock.
I remember that had the creepiest intro music to a show. The little intro with
Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah, with the guy speaking about it. Oh man. And I'm like, you knew you were in for something creepy.
Has a dark side. Then the scene flips and you get that weird color change.
I didn't like it at all, and I'm like,
I
used
loved
to watch
it. It gave me chills. I loved it.
Oh yeah, that had a very Stephen King vibe. I think they did some Stephen King stories on it, didn't they? I think.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
Netter somehow got back off the screen. Hi, Netter. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had dropped out.
Maybe they're having some internet issues, maybe? I don't know.
No, actually, I closed my browser.
Okay.
Oh, everything okay?
Yeah, it's like I hit a wrong button, and I'm like, what the heck happened? How come I can watch the movie, but I'm not, hearing you guys? I'm like, how? I closed my browser.
We know if you and Troy need a timestamp, all right?
Yeah,
I movie didn't stop playing. It's just my browser closed. It was like I couldn't figure out what was going on. It took me a few minutes.
I love this line. It says, "I would never let my personal desires get away in the way of aesthetics." Or he says, "What does that mean?" I think you're terrific. Yeah. Basically, what he's saying is, I'm in love with you, but you're still a great singer despite that, and I don't want. I wouldn't just, All right, here we go. We got the room. Every one of Swan's guys are all sleazy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they were big in the 50s, and now it's like they're washed up. It's Swan's only seeing girls.
Yep. Did they figure me out?
Were those supposed to be black eyes? Because they're a little low.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the eyes. Maybe that's a scene that got cut. I don't know. He's only seeing the girls.
I like how the door is short.
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
This whole movie is weird.
Well, it's Paul Williams' size. It's Paul Williams' size. It's for Swan.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. You're right. It is Paul Williams' size. Oh, no. I gotta tell you, he made a point that he had a bit of a following with the ladies. They would like to come up to him and says, "Please say Thursday for us." Thursday, like the way I can't even say it how he says it. They loved his voice, so he made out all right. Oh, look at this! Look at that!
Look at this bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, what's with the darkness under the eyes?
That's to show how tough they are. I don't know.
Maybe it's like for lighting or something. Ooh.
Is that a waterbed? I don't wonder if it's not a waterbed.
It's not
I don't think
moving.
it's
I don't think
waterbed,
so.
but it's definitely cool.
It's a
though.
nice big bed of beautiful women. There you go. Okay.
Hey, that way,
Well, if you can sing standing up, you can sing lying down. Take your slip off. Oh my goodness.
It looks like Ming the Merciless should be in the middle of that.
Kind of.
Remember had all his women, and
well, you have Swan. I guess he's the villain of this movie, right?
yeah.
He's, you have the villain and you have the monster in this movie. I don't know if there are really any heroes in it. Really, maybe our young singer woman. Maybe she's the heroine. I don't know, but maybe I'm thinking too much. Not everything is a.
The whole Winslow.
I was gonna say that's not a girl.
Oh man. There we go, Mr. Swan. Remember me? I'm Winslow Leach. And here comes the line that. Oh no.
Oh, Swan.
He's gonna have that line, the non-PC line. But here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Definitely not PC.
No, and it's like, oh, look at this.
But this was the 70s. It's just something that was said a lot.
Look at Paul. Look at Swan, man.
Oh yeah.
The women want him. See.
Oh yeah.
Telephone. Oh, I love this part. Yeah. Uh-oh, it's the cops. What are you, some kind of pervert?
But just some very cool camera angles they use.
Oh yeah. He's pretending he doesn't even know me. Didn't want to buy what you had to sell. He didn't say anything about buying anything. Okay. Oh, I love this. Look what he's got in his purse. Oh, look there. Look, he throws it right in the purse.
Not in the purse.
Smack, Jack. Yes. You get for pushing in this state?
Sing, sing.
Sing, sing. Did you like how they just placed the smack inside the...
Like, whoops.
Dental health research program.
Is it called Sing Sing because they sing?
Well,
I didn't think about that, but
there's a real prison called Sing Sing.
I know there's a real prison.
Yeah.
It's well, that's at least, but that's interesting. That she. Yeah, we're taking your teeth out.
Yeah.
They're all innocent. 6 months later.
Tiddlywinks.
Oh.
Gotta give the prisoner something to do.
Yeah, they gotta earn their food and their electricity there. Okay, here we go. He's not having a good day.
The Swan Foundation hat. His metal teeth. Melissa's saying it's illegal what they did to Winslow. Well, that's the point.
Swan owns the police. Swan owns everybody.
Very Keystone Cops.
Yeah.
He's on the lam. There go the security guys right behind him. Were they just waiting? It's
Okay.
Faust by the Juicy Fruits. Nothing says Faust like Juicy Fruits.
Oh yeah, are they making the records now for the Faust by the Juicy Fruits?
Yeah.
He's breaking all the records.
Well, not all of them.
I think he snapped at this point, right? Is that what I'm getting?
Oh, yeah. He's had it.
Is he going to try to destroy the Masters? Is that what he's going to do here? What's he doing?
But now watch his reaction with him in there. He was actually freaking out when they did that because the safety thing crumbled.
Oh no!
And it was only because he moved quickly and got out that he survived.
His face,
his voice, his throat, everything is messed up.
Did he basically get pressed like vinyl? Is that what I'm getting the impression of?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the record. It was the record press that it got in.
Look, it's all steaming. His face is steaming from that hot vinyl. Oh, boom. I love the newspaper. Okay, Variety, Paradise Gates Open, Fruits, Preem, Swans, Faust.
Mad Toonsmith bites bullet.
Toonsmith. That's like a one paragraph, right? That assaulted the guard and escaped from Sing Sing yesterday.
Leach was shot by a security guard. Fleet police leaped into the East River.
Body was not recovered. Well, end of story.
Melissa's asking, why does he have metal teeth? Remember, they were doing a dental study that he did not volunteer for, so they pulled all his teeth and put the metal.
All the prisoners had to have their teeth replaced with metal teeth.
Freaking the big biker guys out.
They're running. That's how scary is the tough bikers run away from him. Okay.
That's a nice car.
I know. I like that car.
Rolls.
That's Swan's car, isn't it? Swan has the best.
Evil Elton John stole my teeth and replaced them with metal teeth. One thing I will say, I do like the ladies of the 70s before you get all this, like, gotta starve myself and be fit as a skeleton.
Plus the shoulder pad outfits from the 80s. No.
Yeah, I love a real woman.
Yeah. Wardrobe storage. And here we go.
But it makes me wonder what this thing was for in the first place.
I don't know. That's a good question. We Maybe they were putting on an opera at some point. I don't know. Looks like an opera style outfit. Okay.
And the Phantom is born.
So would you go see a band named the Juicy Fruits in that?
Well, it's a gum. There was a another band in like the 60s. What was it called? 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
Yeah.
So I would listen to them, so I don't see why I wouldn't listen to the Juicy Fruits.
Okay. Juicy Fruit is a weird gum. Does it really taste like fruit?
Not really.
It's overly sweet too.
It's sweet.
It's
fruit usually just tastes sweet. It doesn't really taste like fruit.
Watch out for the Big Red. Big Red gum. Don't eat too much of it at once. It's not good for your tongue. It will destroy your taste buds.
I love the split screen they do here.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now we saw what was placed.
Winslow the Phantom put a bomb in the.
Put a bomb in the
fake car.
I love this guy. I gotta go. I got a bad feeling. You know, he's like, it's especially like the Beach Boys. They're all in the I mean,
Yeah, kind of.
So
Little
they went from
doo-wop.
biker music to beach movie music.
Oh, they go even further later.
so look
Those
at
are
this.
horrible wigs.
Getting some pills.
What are you
there.
talking about? They're like surfer dudes. It looks just. I like. You don't need any water. Just get the pills down. That's the solution, by the way. If anybody's acting out of line or not feeling well, just here, take pills. Okay, you know, that's always the solution. In this movie. The nostalgia wave. Okay. Look at that.
Dun dun dun.
He wants his singer to sing the song, right? Does this remind you of anything? Maybe Phantom of the Opera? Oh. So much for the juicy fruits. I bet that vinyl pressing though is would be worth a lot of money for collectors, right? Their last album. Right.
Exactly.
See, let's be honest. Paul Williams owns the room, okay? He shows up, you stand at attention.
He does have a great evil quality to him.
He does.
That darkness in him.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Well, he didn't always play bad guys in things either. This is like one of the few.
Tipped off.
Yes. Well, you'll see when he does his conniving. You'll see it in a bit. Killing me won't help you. Destroy your face, your voice. Now you're trying to destroy the paradise. Haven't we all had enough? Now think about it. Is this offer, I mean, you can be a creator again. You can write music. You can work together instead of fighting each other. So what do you think?
Trying to trust me.
Paul Williams is like a tall midget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's shorter than me. I'm 5'4".
Yeah.
Let's see, wait, how tall is he? I gotta look him up.
Remember when he was on Fantasy Island, he played the rock musician that had to go into hiding because he testify against a mafia killing, but they were after him because of that, right? And he had to go into hiding on Fantasy Island. He needed a new identity, so he was trying to have Mr. Work help him out. And then he ends up becoming a butler to this well-to-do family or something. And I guess the mother the widower falls in love with him. It's an episode of Fantasy Island.
Yeah. She looks good in the hat.
I'm 2 inches
What?
taller than him. He's only
Okay.
5'2".
Yep. Swan here. What would you give me to sing?
Yeah.
Anything you wanted.
Your voice.
What do you think? We're gonna hear her sing.
The person playing music just happened to know exactly what song she wanted to sing.
Well, she's so good she can just sing anything. Okay, come on.
Well, they're all singing the same song.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because they're rehearsing for the chorus.
And that weird dancing.
Yeah, I know. I was reading Sissy Spacek was a set dresser on this film.
Really?
Yep.
Sissy Spacek. And she becomes Carrie in De Palma's, what is it? Is that his next movie? Is Carrie his next movie or one of them?
Yep, that's where because she actually tried to get the part of Phoenix, but
De Palma, did he do Body Double in the 80s? I think that
I
was
think
him.
so. Yeah,
Yeah, no, he was interesting because he sort of tried trying to bring the Hitchcock style of movie back in the 80s. It was interesting, his little movies he did.
Yeah,
But
Carrie,
no.
Dress to Kill, Scarface, Untouchables, Mission
Dress to
Impossible,
Kill's a good one. He's done a lot of good stuff.
Blowout, Body Double, Casualties of War, Carlito's Way.
I love what is it? Brady Sinella said of Body Double. He said it was a Hitchcock style suspense movie with the aesthetics of a soft porn movie. Okay, which I thought was funny. Like something you'd see on Skinemax late at night or something, but like a Hitchcock style script. It was. She's good, isn't she? Look, he's saying, yeah. Then let's talk. So if he gets his singer,
yeah, here she. I love this dancing.
She can't dance. Oh my goodness. What the flip was that?
hey,
It's like a
come on.
cross between a rabbit and I don't know what.
Like a cowboy, cowgirl.
Hey.
Come on.
Not as bad as Elaine Bennis on Seinfeld, though.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
He's really. Oh. I'm sorry. No. When I think of this movie, I think of this shot.
Yeah.
With him going to town in the helmet and the metal teeth and on the keyboard, and his voice is hooked through the wires because he can't. Because his voice got all messed up, but. Oh, man. I'm sorry. You know what? Fan of the Paradise could take on the whole Justice League, okay? Come on.
And I like he's like tweaking the voice
He would use
to make it sound like
or something, yeah.
to make it sound like him.
I have to tell you, and part of me wonders, is all of this accurate to the sound equipment of the time, or are they just making stuff up? All that sound equipment, when you go into those recording studios...
This was a real sound studio.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
know
so it
that.
must be. I have to tell you, you got to be an expert to know how to work that stuff. Come on, that's like... Oh... And look at those! Look at the black lips he has now too.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders that the vinyl burned onto his lips and it can't be loose now, right? He's scarred by the juicy fruits. Do you think he's a bit of an odd duck, Nanette?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Do you think the Phantom is a bit of an odd duck here?
He kind of looks more like a bird.
Hey, Joshua V has joined us. How are you doing?
I mean, I guess you can't go down to the local TGI Fridays and order something in that outfit, right? I don't know.
I could.
Do you think they'd let him in the Studio 54 with that outfit? Maybe let him. I don't know. But I want to make a point, though. In horror movies, we usually have a monster, and we also sometimes have a villain, sometimes in the same movie. In this, we have the villain and the monster, right? Okay.
Yep. I love that contract.
I love it too. Yeah.
That's a novel.
Read it at your leisure.
What good?
That's a transportation clause. No, that doesn't sound like no transportation clause.
No.
It sounds like some demonic stuff in there.
Articles which are excluded shall be deemed included.
That's a clause to protect you, Winslow. You can trust me. It's like he has that smile that just says, "I'm evil." Okay, you know, it's. Ink isn't worth anything to me, Wins. Look at that. He has to sign his own blood.
Yep.
That's some kind of devil contract there. I don't like it. Okay. Remember at the end of The Witch, she signed a contract like this, right? Wasn't there a contract she had to sign?
I like that he has a stamp.
He's got a stamp. He got a stamp. Forever.
So Torg Lane said maybe not Studio 54, but probably led him into Danceteria.
I don't know.
I don't know Danceteria.
I'll have to look that up. I wonder if that's from that movie that had Vincent Price. The monster. I'm thinking of the movie The Monster Club, where you had the club for monsters. You could probably walk right in there and be accepted, right? You know, like the vampires and the ghouls are all in this dance club. You could, Phantom of the Paradise could probably just walk in there and be readily accepted, right?
He'll work on his guitar.
Part of me, is he burning the candles at both ends? Is that what this is supposed to represent? Like the way the candle's going down?
It must be tedious to write music like that in there at a time.
So is Phoenix like his muse now? Is that what we're trying to get from this? Huh?
Yes, yes. His muse, his Christine Daae, kind of.
Right. What do you think of the music so far, Nanette?
No, I'll pass.
Okay. Well, you gotta let it sink in. I get you.
No.
Is Troy doing okay? Is he coming back or?
No, he's not feeling well, so he's laying down for a bit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Troy.
We got Winslow with his Cheshire Cat smile, right?
Yeah, I love that table.
Not Winslow, Swan. Yeah, what is that? It's
It's like a big, gigantic record with him in the middle.
Yeah, it's a gold record.
Yeah, he has so many gold records. He had to deposit them in Fort Knox. Okay, because he's that impressive.
Looking for the next big thing.
Oh, I love this part. I'm sorry. I love the one guy, the hippie Jesus guy in the background. It's like, oh no. The country, right?
Yep, there's all kinds of different types of music.
Gotta go country. I kind of like the country version. Pretty, but no, he gave him a compliment at least. Okay. All the devils that disturb me. Okay.
The angels that defeated them somehow.
Uh-oh, what are we seeing here?
Beef! Garrett Graham.
It's interesting seeing Derek Graham in this kind of role. He usually plays like the type A personality, stick up his butt, guy in a suit
Like
type character, right?
Like the principal,
like
or
the principal or the manager of the office, or something. Like
right.
I it's cool seeing him in a role like this. Okay, yeah.
Well, this was early Garrett Graham.
Derek Graham. Yeah, you know he was. Remember Child's Play 2?
No, I've never seen any of the Child Play films.
Okay, well he played like the Foster family dad in that, and he's he had like a stick up his butt. He's like, just it's funny seeing him in this though as like this hard rocker. Okay,
the glam rock guy.
Glam rock, yeah.
Soft filter on Phoenix there.
Oh, look at that face. I'm sorry.
Well, I like the fact they got someone who is truly attractive, but not overtly so.
Yeah, like more like, yeah, it's
like you said, that girl next door, that
like someone you'd put on the pedestal or something, right? Not like some of the other women who are all like, oh, I'll take my top off for Swan or whatever. Not they aren't pretty women, but you know what I mean. Like, you know what it is? There's a purity about her. That's what it is. Okay,
right.
There's a purity about Phoenix.
That innocence.
Yeah, there's a purity about her. That's what draws her. And oh, here we go though. Here we go. The press conference. I love this. There's Swan. Look at that top hat.
You think she's got a purity about her? I look at her and go, okay, she's been around a bit.
No!
She's a casting couch, but...
No!
I don't see her as all that sweet and innocent.
Well, granted, in real life, I think she's one of Woody Allen's girlfriends, but, anyway. I'm trying to say for this movie, I think that's what she's supposed to represent.
Yeah,
right?
she's the
like she's in it for the music. She's in it for the music. She just wants to sing. That's okay.
Yeah, she hasn't been corrupted or anything like that.
That's all right. Keep watching the net. You'll see things later on that might justify your reaction to her. But anyway, Beef. Is Beef the band or the lead singer too? I call him Beef though, right? I don't. Maybe it's both, right? Look.
Well, he is
the coffin.
Beef.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh, he is Beef. I don't. Okay, look at this. Turns his head.
Look.
And there comes the growl. How often does Swan change his clothes? It's like every scene's a new outfit. It's Winslow's stuck in that.
Well, I was like the old, Jerry Lewis. The whole thing. He only wear a pair of socks once.
Oh, they had that line in Superman 3 with the villain. He says, "What happens to the socks?" Richard Pryor asks. I don't know. I guess they're washed and given to charity. I don't know.
Yeah. Some when you're insanely rich and quirky, you're gonna have those little oddball tendencies. Like it just like brings the bricks.
Wall them up. I mean, it's like he's so evil, and he had that horrible smile. Like, all right, now maybe this is more than that speed, huh? Beef, huh? Oh, he's getting mad.
I love the voice he uses in this.
Better get yourself a castrati because it's a little out of my range. Swan, this was scored for a chick. I give him points. He knows, He's like, something's off. He calls him Goliath.
Melissa's saying he's Elton John's straight evil twin.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just...
I love them shoes.
Yeah.
Wow. That was supposed to be singing?
Well, that's the point.
It's the point. It's new. It's new. Okay, this is the sound of the future. This is this is.
I never liked that kind of music.
It's
Singing,
the next.
screaming.
It's the next big thing.
Well, I'm sure the fandom will be happy about the fact that he's not using Phoenix and he's using.
It's not Phoenix singing my cantata.
Not only that, but it's.
Bill's is laying.
Oh, I love that. I wanted Troy's reaction to that thing the guy did, the gesture, that famous Italian gesture. But oh well. Okay.
I was looking away. I didn't see him do it.
It's the thing where he does the thing under the chin with the wave.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It means F you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a beef.
Yeah.
Look,
It's
what?
gold.
I kept thinking, how is he back here? Didn't they wall it up already? But I guess they haven't started yet. Okay. Yeah. So it's like I got the rest of it, and now he's all doped up on the pills. This should be revived as a Broadway musical, I think. What do you think? I think.
Oh, that could work. I wouldn't be surprised if it hadn't already been, but you're right. It would have made a good live action.
Yeah, I can see
play.
that happening. Okay. No, it's waking up.
Ah, those curlers.
Hey, Beef takes
I'll be right back. I have
his.
to check on my laundry.
Okay. She's gonna miss the scene where he breaks out. He sees the bricks.
What was that?
What was that?
I love him in this
I feel
role.
kind of bad for Beef because he knows something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and he's something possessed. What are you talking about? You hear that shriek? It was like something trying to get out of its premature grave. He's not wrong. Okay, it's.
I love his belt with the
I
beer
know,
horns.
It's.
Da da da.
Bones. Look, he just busted out of there, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't show how he did it. You accept that he did. Look at his picture in the back. It looks like it's an actual picture of him that they've just drawn makeup on.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it looks like it's a normal thing.
Oh. All right, so he's gonna go take a shower. He has to protect the hair, though. He's putting those curlers in, right?
Yeah. You're gonna have a little psycho nod.
They could do a prequel movie about Beef, or maybe he had a twin. Maybe he has a twin brother out there, right? Take off. So he's singing the song.
Yeah.
He's singing from the cantata. Door opens. Who could it be? Oh, then that's missing this part. This is like the best part of the movie. Okay. Never sing my music again. Not here, not ever. Do you understand? Yes. Yes.
That is an intense scene, though. Really.
No, it's an intense scene, but Beef.
Anyone who tries dies.
He's done. He wants out. He runs. And I have to give him points. Like he's smart.
Yeah, he's
like most of these movies, the guy would ignore the warning or whatever. But no, Beef is. I'm okay. That's enough for me. I'm done.
It's like I am out of here.
Ain't gonna be no show. What? There really is a phantom. He was just in my shower. He just repeated what he just said. Anyone else would trust him? What are you talking about? Now this guy knows the truth, don't he?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm sure he knows
He
that.
must know he's keeping the phantom holed up in a hole in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a show to do. He's got some creature from beyond doesn't want me to do the show.
I think he's got a 4-leaf clover on his cheek.
Of course. Oh, it's the speed you've been taking.
The Phantom.
I love it. Okay. Here we go. All right, this is an awesome musical number, okay?
Yeah.
We got a little Frankenstein vibe going on here, don't we?
Yes, we do. I have another incarnation for the Juicy Fruits.
I'm getting some Kiss vibes from the band members too, aren't you? With the face makeup.
Yeah, the face paint.
That looks like something out of the old Universal movies, right? The weird architecture, right?
Oh yeah, that German expressionism.
Yeah.
Especially Son of Frankenstein had it really strange designs like that. You're right about the Kiss thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, maybe they're just using what was popular at the time. You look at that though. We need the man. The Phantom of the Paradise. Someone super like you.
Chopping off pieces.
Now I have a question. This is all part of the act, right? They pretend to chop off pieces of the audience, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think those are actual arms.
No,
yeah.
No. Because they're building beef, basically.
Like I'm wondering if these are like some people in the audience are like staged, pretending to be, and like, oh, I'll rip your arm off and put it in this thing. Yeah.
Although if anybody could do it, it would be Swan.
Swan's the greatest, the best.
Got the legs.
Okay, who are these guys? Kiss?
It's the Juicy Fruits in another incarnation.
No, but Beef. Let me see though. Oh, are these the leftover members of the Juicy Fruits now working under Beef now? Is that what we're getting? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beef got. I don't know if you might have missed it in that, but Beef got warned by the Phantom. The music is for Phoenix and Phoenix alone, and he got scared and wanted to get out of there. Okay, but they convinced him to stay. The Elvis looking dude. Okay, but the Phantom went to the shower with a knife and stuck a plunger in Beef's face. Okay, I just thought that was a funny scene because basically in most of these types of movies, when the person gets the warning, they still ignore it. But Beef is like, "I'm out of here." It's like they had to really work to get it back on stage. Okay. Wow, this is an impressive performance, though, huh?
Yeah. Beef's head, or at least his hair on a mannequin's head.
Hey, it's all going to come together.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, okay, they're playing catch with the head.
Yes. Well, no. I mean, think about it. Look, they're sewing it all together, and what's going to come out of the? Look at that. They're sewing it. See the big needles.
Yeah, they're sewing them together. Yeah.
This is almost reminding me of like a Spinal Tap style production, right?
Yeah.
Like what they would later make fun of in Spinal Tap, which I think they're sort of poking fun here.
Stonehenge.
Yeah, he said this is the
This
Frankenstein.
this is well before Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Look at that, the lightning. See the lightning bolt?
And there goes Winslow.
A lot of little nods to other horror movies. This is obviously Frankenstein, right here. This is.
Okay, he does think he's Rocky Horror.
Look at that.
How'd he get out of the walled-up room?
You missed it. Basically, when he saw
See,
the wall up,
you went
all
away.
he did
Yeah,
was
he
scream,
broke-
and then the next thing we see is all the bricks are all over the place because
He broke out.
Okay.
he freaked out and he
And the
realized
guys who had done it were laying there dead at his
yeah, he's
Oh, you got a little tail, shake his tail feather.
a little bit of the chicken dance there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Phantom's not having this. Oh. He's gonna smash the guitar. Oh, no, he's
It's
not. Okay.
it's a pretty cool like look that he has.
I like it. It's like he's all
with,
sewn together.
He's got the sewn together thing. And... I love it.
Oh no! He's getting juiced. Oh, beef is a smoldering pile of ash now. Is that what we're getting? I felt kind of bad for Beef. He wanted to leave, remember?
I love it. Everybody thinks this is part of the show.
We want beef. We want beef. The crowd loved it.
Okay, he did a real piss poor job using that fire extinguisher.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Beef burned brightly. You gotta sing, or else more people are gonna die.
I like it. No way that a crowd going crazy is going to calm that easy. Our love is an old love.
Uh-huh. That's so weird. The dress she wears here is like the dress she wears in Suspiria. Now you can get the soundtrack to this, can't you?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
available. Like I said, it is very 80s, but it is,
70s,
very
you mean?
70s. Yeah, sorry, you're right.
74 though. So this movie didn't do so well when it came out, though, right?
Nah,
Except in Winnipeg.
in Winnipeg, for some reason, Winnipeg. Old souls last forever.
It's like if she would stop trying to dance, she might be passable.
Well, she's not dancing right now.
Well, think
No,
about
she.
where Winslow's coming from. Winslow probably dances worse than she does. Okay. So she's the Christine of this picture, though, right? Am I getting that?
Yeah, she's good.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
You know,
Christine.
look at that. She's a hit. Winslow didn't want her, though. He said she was too perfect, and he only wants perfection. He can only likes perfection in himself. That's why he didn't want to use her. Remember?
Oh, you mean Swan?
Yeah, Swan. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Swan. Look at that. Oh, to my new star from Swan. Look at that.
Yeah. Beef is dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's a smoldering pile of ash.
I wouldn't change my name anyway, even if he didn't like it.
Well, a name like Phoenix, I mean, you got a built-in merch right there. The seduction.
Uh-oh, I'll do anything you want. Just give me that crowd again.
Oh, yeah. But you can see the change in her eyes and her expression.
She's getting corrupted now, isn't she?
She's corrupt. She's being corrupted.
She's getting corrupted. Is that all you want? My voice? Uh-oh. Look at the way she's smiling at him.
Oh, yeah.
What is Swanage? Is that his estate? Look at the throngs of mad fans clamoring at her, but who's waving her toward?
There goes Beef.
Poor Beef. I was on Beef's side.
You think about it, he didn't want to do it.
He was good too. I don't know. I mean, he owned that stage, and well, I guess the stage owned him in the end. Okay.
Yep.
They're still cheering Beef, even though he's a corpse. That's.
He gave his life for rock and roll.
Winslow, remember? Why do you wear that mask? Oh, he must be really messed up under there, huh?
Look how big he can make his eye, though.
Oh, yeah. She's rejecting him.
Every time he calls him Philbin, I can't help but think of Regis Philbin.
Yeah, so can I.
God rest his soul. I love that man.
Regis, he's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, Regis. Okay.
Yeah, Regis.
I forgot he died. Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yep.
That was a stressful show to watch. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Remember?
I know. That was played very well.
He had a poker face.
Yep.
Is that your final answer? And I'm like, oh no. You know, it's like, and the guy's sitting there. He's like, no, it's not.
Now,
It's
imagine watching the woman that you love,
the woman that you love, that you put on a pedestal, and she's with the man that you despise.
Yes.
Sorry. Well, what are we thinking of Phoenix right now, Nanette? What do you think?
Like I said, she wasn't so sweet and innocent, was she?
I guess not.
Yeah, she's been corrupted by Swan.
She was corrupted. I don't know, though. She was corrupted by the fame. Okay.
Yeah.
Swan just gave her the fame. She reacted to it the same way. Was Beef corrupted by the... Well, maybe he was. Beef was probably corrupted by the drugs. But anyway. Look at this. Yeah, Winslow's not liking this too much, is he?
Yet he's still watching, which
it's
is
like his
really
heart
weird.
breaking right now. He's got a weird jaw. Oh, look at this. And what's Swan hitting? Does Swan want to record Winslow's despair? Is that what I'm getting from this? It's like, because he's that evil, he wants to be able to watch the despair over and over again. So.
Whoops.
I gotta tell you, sometimes you don't get the girl, especially when you're when you're the fan of the Paradise. Sorry. The noises he's making too. This is
going. He loves Winslow's despair. Now this I find. Now here's where it gets really weird and interesting, because he tries to kill himself.
He's more turned on by Winslow's despair than he is Phoenix's affection or whatever. Right there.
Yep.
That's what's disturbing about this whole scene. And Winslow, he has to end it all, right? Contract terminates with Swan.
Okay. He gave up his right to rest in peace when you sign that contract.
Now get back to work. I'm under contract too.
Okay.
I guess everybody's under contract if you think about it, right? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Swan and Phoenix are getting married.
Yep.
During the Faust finale on network TV. Do you drink anything with your pretzels, Al?
Yeah, I got some lemonade.
Oh, okay. Phoenix is like full on corrupted now. She's part of the bad people. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
She's liking the glitz and the glamour. She's. All right, here. This is an interesting scene coming up, right? We're gonna learn the truth about Faust, not Swan.
That's one.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Dun dun dun.
Old enough to be his mother. Gee, how could he not look any different than he did 20 years ago,
Because he has a contract.
huh?
With another bad wig.
He's getting old.
You're so vain. I love it.
Can't be young forever. I'd rather end it all now. Look at this. This mirror image is talking to him.
Uh-huh. With that hairstyle, he looks like he's 13.
He does, doesn't he?
He does. He looks so
It's
young.
really bizarre. It's.
I wonder if that scar on his back is real or it's just for the movie.
I don't know.
I go by many names.
I guess you're supposed to be the devil. Yeah, I go by my names.
How
Yep.
the film was on him, but it keeps going back between him and his mirror.
Yep.
Just go with it, Nanette.
He had a bunch of cameras in the bathroom, okay? He
That's
cut it
right.
together himself. I don't know. Oh, he's got a picture. Look at the face on Whistle. He gave him the contract. So he's making a deal with the devil.
his real voice.
Look, he recorded everything. See, didn't that? But look. Did he just say you don't want to be late to your own funeral? I mean, wedding, right? Sign your name.
That's entertainment.
He's gonna kill Phoenix.
Just for the ratings.
He don't look like a bird, don't he?
Yeah. Kind of has that owl, that snow owl kind of look, or barn owl or whatever.
There's the assassin.
Burning everything.
Well, that burns all the contracts, sure. Then there are no contracts.
No.
And the short man dies.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed his height, to be honest with you. Look at the showgirls.
Who look bored.
Hey.
I was reading about the dancers that had to wear this black stuff. They hated those little feathers in the front. They said it looked like they had the real bushy, you know what?
Oh. They're supposed to look like what, crows or something, or
Ravens. Yeah.
ravens? Okay, yeah. See,
Like the whole, like the symbol of Death Records.
One of the girls had lost her feathers on her booty.
ah,
I mean, she's wearing a bikini top, but one of her feathers had fallen off. And it's like,
Right.
okay, that looked weird. It seems to be fixed now. Because they all got one. Or two.
Yeah.
the guy just tilted over. This is what things were like in 1970.
Girl before?
What? Well,
These
you know,
guys are
they're
going nuts and trying to climb up on the stage. It's like, have you never seen a girl before?
look who's dancing.
Like a
There she
chicken.
goes. There's that running scene down the hallway. That's
Yes,
Those
this is
two
the
say
famous.
he's going fast.
Look at that cape.
Oh, please stop dancing.
She's like the serpent, you know. She can, just move around like one. And look who it is. Look at that.
Okay, if she's supposed to be getting married, shouldn't she be in a white dress?
You have a point.
well, he's in white.
Yeah,
the
but was it like
bride
it's supposed to be a
that's supposed
reverse?
to wear white.
Yeah, I'll admit it's not even appropriate for a bridesmaid what she's wearing. I don't get it.
It's rock and roll, man.
Unless they are trying to go for like a reversal, but still, yeah, it's just.
Oh, that goes filming.
there goes the Pope. Or whoever he was.
The bishop, or the fake bishop, because he was just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so marriage wouldn't have been real anyway, because he's not real. He's not real.
Well, you know, but the crowd didn't know that, right?
No, but it wouldn't have made the marriage binding of the till death do us
He didn't
part
care
bit.
because he was going to assassinate her anyway.
I love that swing that he does, though. The way the cape and that. And that's what he really looks like. He looks like the alien from.
Am I supposed to get, like, at this point she's out of her, like, fame-induced stupor that the spell he put over her?
One would
Now she's
hope.
back to the original Phoenix.
Shouldn't she just look old, not bloody?
Well, it's like it's like Dorian Gray.
It's like the painting's getting destroyed, so he's getting all messed up.
Right. It reflects his true soul.
Where was the painting, though?
It was the video.
The video was the painting.
The video was the painting.
Okay. So the visage from the video. Okay. That's why he kept it.
And now that Swan is going to die, Winslow is going to go with him because of the open wound.
These people are nuts. Someone is bleeding, so you decide to carry him out just
Well,
like
you
think
know,
it's part of the act?
it was 1974. Oh, we can see Winslow's horrible face finally.
He's all like these all freaky people like crawling along with him.
So she finally recognizes him. It's Winslow.
Yeah.
The guy sings song with once for 2 minutes.
Well, yeah, but
he
you know.
held me way too long.
I can see someone there wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And there's the one idiot who decided to cover himself in blood like it's paint.
Everybody wants a piece of you when you're that famous, right? I don't know.
Huh? Yes.
I don't know. It's like you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like when Bonnie and Clyde got shot up, and then the onlookers dipped handkerchiefs in the blood to get a piece of Bonnie and Clyde.
I know they did that with John Dillinger too, didn't they?
Yeah. It's you know, I got Bonnie and Clyde's blood, you know, on my handkerchief here.
The juicy fruits, the meat bums, and the undead. That's what the three incarnations.
We got a casting call.
I said he was totally rubbish with that fire extinguisher.
I like the fact you have him as the bishop, and the bishop is wearing sunglasses at the ceremony. Yeah, you missed the plunger scene in it. You got to see a little bit of it there, though, right?
We all missed the plunger scene because that's disgusting.
Well, that was you were expecting him to get stabbed like in Psycho, but it was a plunger instead. I don't know.
I wouldn't want a plunger that's usually in a toilet being on my face.
Well, that's the point. Yes, it's.
Aside from Paul Williams, I don't know who any of these people are.
I love
Jessica
the lyric.
Harper.
I love the lyrics of this song. It's like
I like it.
Bad in bed, you know, you're better off dead.
This might be my favorite song in the movie. Is the end credit theme? Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it kind of has. You can kind of see how this guy did the Rainbow Connection. It has kind of a, or not Rainbow Connection. There's another song in the movie that reminds me of that song actually. I think it's the one that was played by the band in the church in the Muppet movie. I remember that.
William Finley.
Yep.
Who is sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, was William Finley also a musician or a singer or anything like that, or is he just playing the part here? I don't know who he is. Yeah.
He never really was like a big star or anything, but no, he was primarily just an actor.
Okay.
This is basically what he's best known for. He was in the Fun House, Night Terrors, Toby Hooper's Eaten Alive. I don't know if you know any of them. The Fury.
The Fury.
Yeah, he was in The Fury. He played Raymond Dunwoody.
That's the one about is it telekinesis? Is that what that movie was about? The Fury?
I think so, yeah. Also by Brian De Palma.
I like the fact we get to see the Phantom playing on the end credits, right?
This was almost as bad as Ouija Shark.
What?
Oh, come on.
This is a classic.
Horrible.
You gotta let it. You gotta let it sink in.
You can't overanalyze a movie like this.
The music was horrible. The dancing was worse.
Paul Williams.
Forget it.
I will give you a pass because you nailed what bothered me about Dune.
I just thought this was awful. It's like a train wreck, but you just can't turn away.
It's kind of scary, though. Phantom of the Paradise. Like
that was
burning
not
people
scary. Not in the least.
Well, like I said, this movie was not a huge success when it came out, but it has a cult following since then.
I think what's scary is that someone actually made this and it got released.
They've had several conventions around it. Gathering people who were in it. Well, that was Phantom of the Paradise. Well, it seems like not everybody's cup of tea, and that is fine. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
I like it.
They were trying to do like Rocky Horror and Elton John and trying to get like those things together, and
that's basically
mash.
I like it better than Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror, I think, is just.
I got them on the same level for me. I think Rocky Horror is more in the culture and more woven in because you got like time warp and a few other things. Phantom of Paradise is the Rocky Horror for that isn't as well known. But it's I think just as good, just as fun. And like I said, not everybody's cup of tea, and that is fine. We all can't agree on everything. But that was Phantom of the Paradise, and so ends Big Al's Halloween hijinks. Although, I don't know, might do something else before next week, just for fun. But what is on tap for next week, Miss Netter?
Well, since it is the Saturday before Halloween,
yes,
because Halloween is on the Sunday, I allowed Troy to pick the movie and told him he should pick something horror. Well, he decided to pick Poltergeist 3 because I'm in it.
Yep. Poltergeist 3 next week on Netter's Network. We're going to see the long talked about but never seen appearance by Nanette Pacelli in a Hollywood
film. See how my icon, I got really short hair, but it's kind of red? My hair was about that short, but dark brown.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I'm like right behind the aunt as she goes up the escalator into the art gallery, so you can kind of like look.
You'll have to figure out the timestamp for it so we can keep an eye out for it.
Oh, yeah, it's like I don't have the timestamp, but it's like the kids all go running out to go get the ready for school, and then the aunt is going up an escalator and turns off to go into an art gallery, which was actually a luggage shop.
Like, how long are you on screen? Like, 10 seconds, 5 seconds?
I'm in different areas. So, like, when the kids are running down the escalator to get to their ride for school, I'm on, like, the main level, but it's like, because they're going down the escalator, and in the background, there's a pillar, and you see me go behind the pillar, come out the other side, and you see that a couple of times. It's too funny. Because I'm like, there I am again, there I am again, there I am. And then the aunt goes, after she gets them to their ride for school, she comes back into the building and she's going up an escalator. I'm literally right behind her.
Awesome, awesome. Well, definitely looking forward to seeing your cinematic debut. It was your first film, right? This is your first and
Let's
only
see.
film, basically.
Yeah, because I was in Poltergeist 3. I was also in Red Heat, but in Red Heat, it's one of those things where,
The Arnold
yeah,
movie.
the Schwarzenegger one.
Jim
Oh,
Belushi was
cool.
in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, it also was Boyle. What's his name?
Peter Boyle.
Uh, Peter Boyle. Yeah. So it's like the scene that I was in for that one. We were at the Sox game, and we ended up watching the Sox win, fireworks going off, and all that. Well, they filmed like their couple of lines for that scene. Well, it's like when you actually watch Red Heat, there's a bar scene where the television is on in the back of the room, and I'm like the third dot from the left on the TV screen. They actually cut out that whole scene. But I'm like, that's the ball game. Yeah, I'm that third dot. Yeah.
That little dot. That's me.
Uh-huh.
Well, that is cool. Of course, tomorrow we have Geeky Geezers. I'm sure you guys are going to be talking about the latest Hollywood news that
Yes.
is going on, especially one really tragic one, which I know we have not heard the end of yet.
Yeah.
And
We'll talk.
anything else beyond that? And I'm sure you guys will touch on Dune again.
I don't know. Dunes box office. Something on the Resident Evil 4 VR game that came out about how it was censored and other things. Trying to think what else was the big news this week. I don't know. We'll
Got
have a good old.
Dave,
We'll have a good
Dave,
old days too.
Dave Chappelle's still under fire. I don't know if you
I don't know
guys
if we're
have
gonna be
talked
doing
about
that or
that.
not. I've thought about doing that, but
I will
yeah.
say because of all the controversy, I watched that show,
I
which
wasn't.
is hello. It's all right. It's funny. I don't think he's nearly. I don't know why they're so upset because he was talking about the subject, not really making fun of it too much. Although there are some, but he makes fun of everybody. He puts down. I mean, yeah, people are just oversensitive. I think that's the big thing. But yeah. So tomorrow night, Geeky Geezers, what 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
9 o'clock.
sounds
Keep an
good.
eye out on Agent Boomer's channel. As for me, this week, Tuesday night, I will be on the Catholic Bible Geek channel with Professor Geek. We are going to be continuing the Two Towers book study. We had to miss a week because real life, and he just got busy. He had to put it off a week. So we're
Okay.
going to get back on track for Two Towers. On Thursday, we're going to be finishing up From the Dust Returns by Ray Bradbury. Finished it off today. Really a good book. Good, solid, fun read for this time of year. So keep an eye out for that. Both of those are going to be at 10 o'clock. Like I said, Catholic Bible Geek and then Professor Geek on Thursday. We're trying to get out another video, maybe. For those of you who haven't caught it yet, I dropped one last night. Just some rambling thoughts about the show Another Life, which stars Katie Sackhoff, which I recommend for anybody who likes sci-fi and has never heard of it.
Cool.
Take a peek at it. It's fun. A little, it's got a lot of familiar sci-fi tropes, but
Okay.
I think they're done well, and I really enjoyed the show. And what else is coming up? Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah, go
I was
for it.
going to mention that Daniel Herron and I will be doing a rewatch of The Final Conflict this
Omen
Wednesday at
3.
9 p.m.
They
Eastern
just
Standard,
called it.
and I think
Did they call it Omen 3, or they just call it the
they
Final
went back and
Conflict?
forth on calling it Omen 3 The
Uh,
Final Conflict or just The Final Conflict. You can tell how excited. I'm sorry.
Right.
It'll be an interesting listen at any rate. And then
starring Sam Neill.
yes, he's good in it. Yeah. And then Troy and I believe we'll be doing a Friday Night Last Call on this coming Friday as well.
And
Awesome.
Next week.
Sunday morning, Troy and I are going to be on Matthew Flynn's channel for Ben 10.
Cool.
Awesome. Do you know any topic for Troy's last call next week? Or
Nope, it's, plenty
still
but,
still
yeah.
in
Might be
development?
Halloween related, some sort. So we'll
Maybe.
figure it
Yeah.
out during the week. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think about it. Uh, just want to let everyone know that in 2 weeks, the next rewatch here will be the classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Woohoo!
Um, Back to the early 70s, and hopefully the net won't piss all over this one.
I like
Everybody
Willy
loves
Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah, you gotta love Willy Wonka.
I like Willy Wonka. And I
Yeah.
love seeing what happens to all the bad children.
I know it's fun. It's fun. But
Especially
yeah,
Veruca
I'm calling
Salt.
it. Yeah, I'm calling it Nostalgic November. Some old films from when I remember watching in theaters as a kid. And like I said, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory's first, and after that, we're going to be watching The Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe, starring the great Tony Randall.
Yeah,
And
I would love to see some
Barbara
Charlie
Eden.
Chan, Charlie Chan movies. Those would be cool. I grew up with those.
Yeah, those are awesome. Charlie Chan, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've
And
been
then-
watching those.
You know,
We're
Al,
definitely-
you can't
definitely
like
gonna
every
be-
single movie.
Definitely going to have to maybe discuss a little bit when we watch Dr. Lowe about having a Caucasian playing an Asian character. So it's been going on for a long time, but it's not as bad as Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
The original point of actually Charlie Chan back in the day was to calm the regular American public's fears about Asian Americans
Yeah.
by having a Asian American hero in these movies solving crime, stopping murderers and whatnot. Okay,
I love the
that's
Charlie
what
Chan
that was
films.
about. Yeah,
I used to watch those things all the time, and I loved them.
Oh yeah, those were great. It's like
yeah.
it's like the Charlie Chan would always so wise. His son would be rushing into things. He goes, you're like, you wait, you see this, look here and do this thing and da da da. Did you not notice that, whatever? And the guy would go, oh yeah, I didn't see that, pops.
Yeah, because you had the great Warner Oland and Sidney Toler, or the two that did that, and then you also had Peter Lorre did Mr. Moto, was another series. I don't know how many they did, but I know he was Mr. Moto.
you know what's a good Charlie Chan movie? Have you ever seen Charlie Chan at Treasure Island? She has a pretty good cast in it.
Probably have, just don't know the title.
He's Romero's
Yeah,
in it. He has a
same
guest
here.
part in that. Yeah.
It's like
It's a
whenever
really
it
good
came
one.
on, I would watch whatever the episodes were. It's like I never pay attention to titles.
We might have to do Murder by Death one day.
Mm.
If you remember that, do you remember that one where they had like all the
Yeah.
people?
I haven't
making
seen
fun
that
of
one
it?
in ages. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
a
You had
Wonderful
like the
Fault,
Sam
right?
Spade character and the
So-
Charlie Chan character and
Charlie Chan, and you had
Miss Marple. Was
Miss
there a Miss Marple
Marple.
character
yeah,
supposed to be in
Miss
there?
Marple
Yeah.
type, and
Was Peter-
Alec Guinness is in it.
Was Peter
Yeah.
Falk in that one?
Peter
Yeah.
Falk, yeah,
Yeah, he
played
was the,
Sam
uh,
Okay,
Spade
yes,
character.
that's the one's like I gotta go to Canada again. Don't want to miss nothing.
Yeah, that's a fun film. I remember seeing that. I could have easily watched that one too, but I tried to pick two in a similar vein, which is basically the kid inside of me that was influenced by these two movies that are coming up. So that's coming up. So if you have them, great, or keep an eye out for them. I know Willy Wonka you can find everywhere. Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe is a little harder to find, but I'm watching
we
it.
own a copy, so we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna have a lot of fun then. Anything coming up on the Inners Network besides the movie? Working on any videos?
I've got videos recorded. I just need to edit them and get them up.
Right.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I try to do it
just
all
haven't
at
had
one
I've
time.
been doing a lot of overtime, so it's like I haven't had time to actually like sit down and do that because I'm just too darn tired after I get off work. Because I worked all day today just trying to get caught up. Plus,
Yeah.
you guys know that I've been dealing with contractors in my house for the last 2 weeks. They
Yeah.
finally finished. They just got some like small cosmetic stuff to take care of, and then they're like out of here. But it's
Gotcha.
like my 3 rooms look beautiful. It's like white ceilings, wintry gray colors on the
Ooh.
walls. It's kind of like a gray with a hint of blue. So I
Sounds
made all 3
lovely.
rooms the same. White ceiling, white, what do you call it? Like around a trim, or so around the windows and the trim. And then the walls are this wintry gray. It's really pretty.
Very cool. I just turned my head and I had the Hallmark channel on, and some Brandon Routh, the Nine Lives of Christmas was on, which they're having a sequel to on Thanksgiving night. I can't wait.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. I love that movie. I love everything about it. But I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and I hope everyone has a wonderful week, a wonderful Sunday, and any last words? Snide remarks?
Well, like I always say, we really do appreciate y'all being with us. If it
Definitely.
wasn't for you, we'd be talking amongst ourselves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's more fun when you guys are joining in. So thanks for being here, guys.
Yep. Definitely to everyone. Like I said, have a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you for joining us. Keep an eye out for all of our channels and all the stuff we're doing. God bless you guys for joining us. Take care. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.